First of all, just want to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to our call today. And Jeff, the GLP, we haven't talked a while about the GLP-1. And that GLP-1, a lot of people have been talking to me about it this week. And I think everybody's kind of excited to find out exactly what's been going on with it. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go ahead and read the disclaimer, and then we're going to go ahead and turn the program on to you to get this show on the road.
Fantastic. Thank you, Bernard, and for my other fellow co-hosts, and for Dr. Prasad being here on this Sunday afternoon. It's crazy to think what we're already this far into July. I mean, you look at the you look at the calendar here, and yeah, 6th of July already, Bernard. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun this afternoon and share a few things with everybody. So thanks again for teeing up the meeting. All righty. So my name is Jeff Ashby. Welcome to our Sunday afternoon, early evening presentation. Jonathan has been doing these for multiple years now, and it is just my pleasure to be here with you today. As many of you were coming on, you saw the flyer that Jonathan put together. Today, we're talking about that healthy release of weight and ways to go about it. Thank you, Bernard, for referencing GLP-1 Boost. We're going to be diving into that, and what's exciting as we pull Dr. Prasad on and into this conversation. Uh, the company itself is going to be doing a deep dive on this towards the end of this month. So it'll be a lot of fun. But let me get this disclaimer taken care of as we get underway, because there is going to be some testimonies shared of individuals. And so let me just pull it up here to just protect us all. These statements and comments have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This information is solely for educational purposes only and includes recent advances in research on micronutrients. Engage, the micronutrient company, does not claim that our formulations, we really need to change that word there. Products just does not do it the gravity. These are precise formulations. Diagnose, treat, cure, heal, or prevent any disease or injury. Now we go down there to the second paragraph, and it says these formulations that Engage has produced, but strictly by Dr. Prasad's recommendation, they are formulated to address nutritional deficiencies and supply the body with the required nutrients. It's important to note that nothing here is meant to be a substitute for professional medical treatment or a consultation with your primary healthcare provider. So that having been taken care of, I do need to go in and change some of the words there. Products just does not do it, as I mentioned earlier, the gravity of really what Dr. Prasad has put together, where he has created multi-patent protected formulations. Nobody else has been able to touch these, nor can they, because of the amount of patents that have been filed and that have also been issued on this. Is just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be taking from my comments today here. This booklet, I know it looks it looked kind of gray and almost well, yep, see-through, but that's because there is green here in this double helix, and I've got a green screen behind me. It's just the way the camera is picking it up. But what I'm going to do is go right to the front cover of this as we introduce our special guest here, Dr. Prasad. But let me set the stage here. As we look at the front cover, here it says, Engage, the micronutrient company, the science behind the world's most scientifically validated micronutrient formulations, I think is what it really needs to read there on the front cover. Why do I say that? Well, it's because as we go to the back of this publication, we go to the very back of it. So would be like the title page of the book cover. And if we go right to the back, you are going to notice that it talks about this engaged life, all of it, daily nutrition to live your best life. But as we come in just one page from the very back of it, you can see here are just several of Dr. Prasad's published works. Amazing. Just reading the titles alone, you can understand the significance of the contribution that Dr. Prasad has provided to the world when it comes to his understanding of health and particularly formulations. Now, this is the page that I want to take just a moment or so on. If you can look right there at the top, and when I say we really need to exchange our verbiage, even in the disclaimer that I read, it says Dr. Prasad's patents. Again, these are multi-patent supported formulations. Where do we get that from? Right here off of this page, page 45 down there. It says Dr. Prasad's formulations are supported by 9 issued patents and 6 pending patents. Well, already, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that it is now 10 issued patents, and there's only 5 that are pending, because this is cutting edge technology. This is recent advances in research on micronutrients. That very next sentence that says Dr. Prasad's formulations, including microdaily, are the most patent supported and scientifically validated micronutrient formulations today. So just in that brief paragraph, it referenced formulations 3 different times. And as you go down through there and you read the titles of each one of these patents, you'll understand again that these are special. They are multi-patent supported formulations that Dr. Prasad has contributed his life's work to. And it's just amazing that we can celebrate today having our latest issued patent, and it has to do right down there. If you're looking on this page, it's the lower right-hand corner. It says microdaily EMF under the patent pending status. The microdaily EMF, which is our foundational flagship formulation, now carries a patent, and we're just waiting for that paperwork to come from the U.S. Patent Office, where Dr. Prasad will be presented a seal, and that seal is a special page that lists the patent number, and it has all of the pomp and circumstance and the accolades. I mean, just it's amazing that we have with us today such an incredible individual. Well, who is Dr. Kedar Prasad? We're going to open up this front cover. So here's back to the very front cover of this booklet. And you can see here it says Engage and Dr. Prasad, bringing health and goodness to the world. Right there in the center of the page, it says we are what we eat. But there is a crisis going on out there right now. Well, Dr. Prasad and his understanding, if we flip over to the other page, it says micronutrients are a simple and healthy answer to today's health challenges. I want to read this paragraph before I pull Dr. Prasad's picture up here. It says, Dr. Prasad and Engage offers scientifically validated. I'm going to cross that word out there. I'd like you to do that in your mind as well. Scientifically validated formulations that are a safe and effective way to improve health by addressing 3 key areas of nutrition. Science has shown that micronutrients can improve overall health. Start taking micronutrients today and begin the journey toward a healthier life. Now, according to Dr. Prasad, his focus has been on 3 key areas for improving health. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about the 3rd aspect of it, healthy weight. Balancing our hormones with GLP-1 and GIP promotes the shedding of unhealthy weight and fat. And who is it that has provided this information to us? It is Dr. Kedar Prasad. I'm going to read this paragraph because it is significant when you understand his contributions. It says Dr. Prasad's over 250 articles have been reviewed by his peers, including his mentor, Nobel laureate Linus Pauling and have been published in numerous prestigious health journals. For perspective, most scientists publish at best a few papers in their careers. Well, we already looked at the page with Dr. Prasad's books. It says he has written 33 books in the areas of nutrition and cancer, as well as nutrition and neurological diseases, particularly Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and concussions. With over 60 years of research on human health and nutrition, Dr. Prasad is a world-renowned expert on CBD, gut health, weight loss management, and micronutrition. So it is just my pleasure here, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our special guest, Dr. Kedar Prasad. And as I pull him up here with the spotlight next to me, I just want to say thank you, Dr. Prasad, for all that you have done for us.
Thank
It's
you.
amazing.
It's always pleasure with you
Yes.
and engaged family. And the topic is very important today to discuss it. And so we will do it. And I will do my best to provide new information that you may or may not know it. And if you have any question, I will be glad to answer it. Or
Wonderful.
write to the main office question and they forward it to me and then I answer immediately.
Yeah, that is absolutely amazing. I really appreciate how available you make yourself to all of us. What we are going to do, just because it was in February, Dr. Prasad, just this last February, about 5 months ago, I put together a little 10-minute video
Sure.
describing where we are at in history and the significance of the formulations that you and your son have compiled for us. And with over 1,700 views of this little 10-minute video, I think it's important that we take the almost 100 connections here. If we look at what is live on Zoom and who are participating with YouTube right now and this recording going out afterwards, let's set the stage with just this little 10-minute video that I put together. You'll notice that I had my vest on because it was cold outside. This was just right at Valentine's Day when it was being announced that this GLP-1 boost was going to be available to everybody. So let's just kind of sit back. We will watch this 10 minutes and then I will kind of share with everybody what is going on since then. And understand that this is just a time capsule. It's going back to the middle of February. There's going to be some pricing announced there that was only available for those that were pre-orders. So I will reference that at the end of the video, but everything else is absolutely applicable right now. So let's just sit back and enjoy this 10 minutes that we have just reliving a little bit of our educational piece. And as Dr. Prasad mentioned, we're going to have some questions and answer time here as we get towards the end of this hour. So with that, I'm going to just go ahead and pull this up. Here we go. Hi, Ashby. Over the last several months, I've realized that we need hope for weight loss. In fact, 7 out of 10 Americans are either overweight or obese. So we saw it during the Super Bowl when multi-million-dollar commercials were created around drugs for weight loss, like GLP-1. In fact, those of you on social media have seen things like this before.
I might have heard of Wegovy, Mounjaro, or Ozempic, but they're super popular on TikTok and Instagram.
I lost so much weight so fast that I was like, oh my God, this is magic. This is amazing.
I'm going to start Wegovy because I am a plus size individual and I don't want to be plus size anymore and I want to be healthier.
I lost 75 pounds in 7 months, and I've had a lot of people asking me, how did I do it?
But do you know how they work?
GLP-1 is a gut hormone that you and myself produce, and it has multiple effects around the body. So it signals the pancreas to produce insulin when glucose or blood sugars are high. It sends signals the GLP receptors in certain parts of your brain, but almost an appetite suppressant. It slows down the emptying of your stomach, so it makes you feel full to eat less.
The catch? You'll have to take it every week, potentially for the rest of your life. And there can be some side effects like nausea, vomiting, and headache. But it also means you won't crave things like this.
So let's take the next 10 minutes and just see what GLP-1 is. They are agonists that originally were created to manage diabetes. But really what we've come to learn is that they're just synthetics that mimic the natural hormones in the body. In fact, just like in the video, you saw that there are receptor sites in many different organ groups around the body. But the natural way is for these hormones to go in and interact with the receptor sites naturally. But when you're stuffing an entire pen, an injection of synthetics into your body, it causes issues just like this. It's like a Mack truck slamming into a brick wall, because that's the way that our body feels when these receptor sites are attacked by synthetics. In fact, people are seeing that around us, those that are on these synthetics are having some challenges. In fact, I'd like to share a heartbreaking story here with you from Avery. She's a singer, and she has her own Ozempic warning to all of us.
I just left the doctor's office. I went to get a checkup because I've been off of Ozempic for 2 months now, and I just wanted to see if my body was in better condition, if there were any permanent damages. Kind of in shock right now because I wasn't expecting this. But I guess Ozempic can cause bone density loss. And I didn't think that that would happen to me because I was only on it for a year. But I have significant bone loss. I have osteoporosis and osteopenia. So I don't know, there's like several of them that I have. I wasn't expecting that. But that's what happens if you use Ozempic for weight loss and you lose too much weight.
An unnatural approach is going to cause what looks just like here on my screen. There are other things that are happening. In fact, I'm going to share Dr. Bosworth with you as she talks about Ozempic.
Ozempic should not be allowed for weight loss. Mark my words. Put them in a time capsule and open it in 15 years. Ozempic has a remarkable weight loss, but what they didn't focus on is that when these people are losing weight, they are losing muscle mass at a way higher rate than they should. As you play this forward, especially in elder patients, when you lose that much muscle mass, you cannot gain it back without extreme measures. The chemistry behind how they're losing that weight is really a starvation weight loss. This is the kind of weight loss that will decrease their immune system, decrease their bone density, decrease their muscle mass, and decrease their longevity.
Wow, that's just pretty scary. Don't want to leave you there because there is hope. And what I'm going to share with you is Dr. Kedar Prasad. He holds a patent for micronutrient formulations for the treatment of diabetes mellitus. Yes, back in 2009, the government granted this to Dr. Prasad because of his approach to health, multiple micronutrients to help balance our systems. And we're seeing it here with a patent. Now, if you want to know more about Dr. Prasad, there's a 40-page science booklet called The Science Behind MicroDaily, the world's most scientifically validated micronutrient supplements. In this publication, if you go to the very end of it, as it talks about Dr. Prasad, it gives a listing of all of his published works. These are his books. These are the book covers. And you can see here many contributions to humanity through his understanding of micronutrients and the human body. In fact, it also references 10 additional patents that Dr. Prasad holds. Just get back with the person who shared this video with you and ask for your copy of The Science Behind MicroDaily. But this really set the stage for what is happening next. What I'm sharing with you is a screenshot of the evening where David Nemelka, the owner of Engage, introduced us to Dr. Prasad's son, Che, who is his apprentice. Now, Dr. Prasad Jr. or Che is trained in the medical background. He works in a hospital setting every day as a medical pathologist, so he understands drugs. He understands the body's reactions to them. And so this father-son team has gotten together and they've helped us understand that we really need to balance hormones. So just like Dr. Prasad Sr. talked about, we're balancing our nutrition. We are also balancing our microbiome. And now this is the final frontier of balancing hormones. So it's not just GLP-1, it's also GIP. Let's look at a diagram of the gastrointestinal tract. You can see there in green GIP, and the arrows are where GIP is created, and GLP-1 is created in two entirely separate and distinct areas. In fact, let me read this. It says GLP-1 is secreted from the endocrine L cells, mainly found in the distal ileum and colon, while GIP is released from the K cells located in the duodenum and jejunum. So these Dr. Prasad's understanding, when we balance these hormones, look at all of the organ groups that are going to benefit from the balance of these hormones, because there are receptor sites in all of these areas. So what is it that we're talking about? Something really exciting. And tonight, introducing GLP-1 Boost. This is the first product where Dr. Prasad and Dr. Prasad have teamed up to give us an incredible opportunity to do this naturally. In fact, this boosts your body's own GLP-1 and GIP hormones through 9 different herbs for weight loss. In fact, it's all natural. And this is the way that we want to look as we are losing weight so that we maintain our health. Look at the difference between a natural approach and synthetic injectables. I mean, a strike difference between these two. And, you know, it all comes down to right here. It's the ingredients. There, if this is patent pending, there's 9 different ingredients that are listed here. I'd like you to hear from our manufacturing partner as he talks about how unique this formula is in the industry.
The second thing, other than the uniqueness of these raws, the second thing that jumped out at me was the careful, unique care that Dr. Prasad has taken in formulating this formula. It is unique to anything that I've ever seen.
So truly an all-natural approach with all-natural ingredients. So Dr. Prasad was asked this question.
There we go, Dr. Prasad. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Sure. I want everybody to hear your answer. I wanted to look you in the face. I mean, you're turning 90, so I know you're going to be 100% authentic because you have nothing to lose at 90 other than you're going to live a lot longer. Yeah. When we talked to you, I remember you and I and Robin and Che and others have been working on this product for quite a while. And we said, Dr. Prasad, what is your level of confidence that this product will impact people in their weight in an effective way? What's your level of confidence in this product? 100%.
The holder of so many patents looks right at us and he says 100% effective. That means 7 out of 10 could benefit from the use of this product. So why are we here tonight to get together? It's this. The company is launching GLP-1 Boost, February 26th at 6 p.m. There is a buy 2, get 1 free offer that is happening from right now. When you are hearing about this until the 26th, get back with the person who shared this video with you and ask how you can participate prior to the launch, because truly hope is here. So I'm telling you, thanks for spending a few minutes here with us and getting to know a little bit more about a natural approach to weight loss. Hope really is here. Bye-bye. So here we are, sitting in front of that same brick wall. I'm dressed a little different. You probably noticed just a little difference in my face. But I'm telling you, we have been blessed again by Dr. Prasad, included in the updated. In fact, yes, this booklet has been updated, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. We've got incredible information. And so before we pull Dr. Prasad back up here, I just want all of you, because you can go out, you can open up this 48-page science booklet and reference the 3 pages that I'm going to share with each one of you. And we're going to use that as we kind of set the stage for what's happened now that we're 5 months into this experiment, now that we're 5 more months into a healthy balance of these hormones, what's going on? I've got a little treat that I'm going to share with everybody here as well. But right in the middle of this booklet, it's 48 pages. If we were to turn right to page 20, we're going to open up this booklet. And again, as I pull it up here, let's see. Okay, so we can do this. And let's just delete that. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go to page 20, and we will certainly take a look at Dr. Prasad's information that he has shared with us. All right, so a natural, lower cost weight loss alternative, patent pending. Now I'm going to go through this. The FDA has approved drugs that mimic GLP-1 for weight loss. Tens of millions of people are using these drugs. Dr. Prasad has formulated a better product, all natural, not a synthetic pharmaceutical, no shots, contains 9 all-natural ingredients that naturally stimulate GLP-1, which provides better results over a prolonged period of time, balances hormones by stimulating GLP-1 and GIP hormones at the same time, significantly lower cost, up to 10 times less expensive than pharmaceuticals, and you don't have the side effects. On to the next page. This is where GLP-1 is introduced. Again, inside the science booklet, this 48 pages, you've got this information. And it says right there at the top, a GLP-1 Boost, patent pending. GLP-1 Boost delivers results like no other products. And here it's just okay to say products because we know that this is a precise formulation, because it says right there in this very next sentence, GLP-1 Boost is formulated to stimulate the body to produce GLP-1 and GIP throughout the day to help reduce appetite and support weight loss goals. Dr. Prasad recommends taking 1 to 2 capsules in the morning, 30 minutes before eating. If the desired results are not noticeable, he recommends adding 1 to 2 capsules 30 minutes before dinner. GLP-1 Boost is formulated for long-term healthy weight loss. The expectation should be to consistently lose 2 to 4 pounds per month on a long-term basis until the weight loss goals are achieved. GLP-1 Boost should be used in conjunction with healthy diet and exercise. Consult a healthcare provider before starting any weight loss program. Do not take with any other weight loss products. Look at the right down here, the bullet points. GLP-1 Boost promotes appetite suppression, glucose metabolism, fat metabolism, weight loss, GLP-1 hormone production, GIP hormone production, so those 2 different hormones, and hormone balance between those 2. And yes, there is an entire 3rd page because it is significant as we go forward that we have this understanding because of who Dr. Prasad is, who his son is, and what they have instructed us as it relates to healthy shedding of weight. It's this. The FDA has approved GLP-1 trials. Okay, GLP-1 drugs showed limited weight loss in the first month. Most of these trial participants started to experience consistent weight loss over a prolonged period of time. Trial results showed that 160-pound women lost 15 to 28 pounds over a 68-week period. How many weeks are there in an entire year? Yes, this study went for 68 weeks. There's only 52 weeks in a year. And the average weight loss was what? 15 to 28 pounds. So we do not want to set unreal expectations. That is harmful to our body because it's going to do some of those things that you heard about earlier. those significant negative side effects. Supercharged GLP-1 boost results. Our bodies have an enzyme called DPP4 enzyme. The enzyme breaks down GLP-1 hormones and reduces their effectiveness. Decreasing DPP4 enzymes in the body is an additional way to enhance the effectiveness of GLP-1 hormones. Taking collagen daily with GLP-1 boost will supercharge the results. And then going on to Dr. Prasad's understanding and what he has instructed and taught us, Core 4 will also enhance the GLP-1 boost results. You've got probiotic daily. A healthy gut is essential for overall wellness as it enables the body to properly digest food and efficiently absorb micronutrients. Microdaily EMF, a result of advanced research. It is packed with potent micronutrients that work synergistically to support the body's natural defenses against EMF. And to round out this Core 4, omega-3 daily. A body needs essential omegas to maintain optimal health and brain health. Fatty acids support cardiovascular function, cognitive performance, and reduce inflammation. I'm just so grateful that we have this understanding, that we know where this information is coming from, just how fortunate we are to have Dr. Prasad here with us. As I pull Dr. Prasad up here into the spotlight for all of us, I'm just going to place him up here by me. Dr. Prasad, my goodness, in the last half an hour, we've taken a lot of the information that you have provided for us and laid it out in a very easily understood and a way where people can grasp the concept of it. Now, I've got some testimonials that of people. In fact, on Monday nights, there's a group of us that gets together and people just share their weight loss journey. And when we were in Seal Beach, California, just down there on the coast last month, we did one of these, and I just pressed the record button. And Dr. Prasad, I'd like you to hear people's firsthand experiences with this, and then I'm going to pull you back up here, and we'll have a little dialogue back and forth, and then answer people's questions. But before we go on to some of these testimonials and how people are experiencing it, is there anything over this last half hour that kind of piqued your attention, or things that you would like to reference or add to before we go into some of the testimonials?
Yeah, I just like a couple of points I like to add.
Okay.
The first is the the toxicity of, say, Ozempic, and Ozempic, like there are some other products like Ozempic, which are synthetic. First, you presented very nice, Jeff. All 10 minutes presentation was very clear and understand. So I compliment that for you. And so the question is, the toxicity is not coming just for because it is synthetic compound with 21 amino acid sequence, is called polypeptides. But its origin was from a venom of some lizards in southwest United States. So the first guy who isolated that from the venom, a substance, and found out that it helps the what you call diabetes, glucose metabolism. And so, and then he patented this and synthesized it, that wanted to know what is that product is, derived from this venom. And turned out that it was a polypeptides of 31 amino acids. So FDA approved that for treatment of diabetes. And then later on, subsequently, the Ozempic was developed because somebody thought maybe 31 is too many, but I will, they must have done experiment of various reducing the number of amino acids And so finally, they came out to like 21 amino acids in a Ozempic. But again, the origin of that polypeptide is isolated from the venom, which is very toxic. Of the some lizard, I forgot the name, but anyway, so that's one thing, the origin of the toxicity. Second thing, that not only you want to lose weight, because whatever weight you have already accumulated, and this can be removed by GLP-1 and GIP and so on. But also we have a product herbs there which prevents the formation of new fat. This is very important. It is not that the question of elimination of already fat that you have in your body. You also want to have so that no new fat is formed in your body, so stay quite a nice way of gradually losing the weight by two different mechanisms. So that's very important to remember that it is also our product has a, which is unique because no other product has a component which can decrease the formation of new fat. It is a very important distinction. In addition to that, we have a natural compound and so on. And as you know, the GIP is produced because sometimes GLP have been shown to be, I don't know, it is a toxicity of GLP-1 or the synthetic polypeptides of Ozempic. But in any case, GIP, if there is any potential toxicity, then GIP has been shown to reduce the toxicity of GLP. I don't think it is GLP, but it is synthetic, the polypeptide that Ozempic has it. So they did, in the beginning, they did all this study with respect to Ozempic. And so, but anyway, so we have produced. So that's very important to remember it. That GIP is very important to balance the, make sure that two together can enhance further the effectiveness of weight loss product. Another thing very important is that, like Jeff, you mentioned it, they're produced in a gut. So healthy gut is important. If your gut is not healthy, and you add a GLP, the agonist to stimulate the receptor to produce more GLP, but if the cell is not healthy, they can't produce enough GLP-1. Very simple. And people don't realize it, and so I think, in order to be more healthy intestine, if you are healthy intestine, your cells are healthy, and they can produce more GLP-1 than before. Then if you don't take the probiotics and prebiotics, that's why it is very important to have a probiotics and prebiotics, so that if you have intestinal dysbiosis, means harmful bacteria more, they can be replaced by good bacteria, beneficial bacteria, so that your the intestine remain very healthy, and then they can produce more nice produce of GLP-1.
Dr. Prasad, what you just shared is so significant because we've seen people that initially got on the GLP-1 boost the natural way, and they may have initially experienced a little bit of weight loss, but what people are really noticing is the redistribution of weight, and I experienced that personally, and I'll show everybody here a picture, well, two pictures here in just a moment to show what the scale really didn't manifest, but when you look at the difference in body composition, it really did make a difference, and you can see it in the pictures and measurements. In fact, we've had individuals that have gotten a little discouraged. They get 90 days into it, and sometimes we've noticed that people's their gut is in such dysbiosis. And so, Dr. Prasad, you've educated us that dysbiosis means it's out of balance. And when it's that out of balance, those cells are not producing the hormones properly. And so it is amazing when you are continuing to educate us here on the significance of it. It may take a little longer, but you're doing it naturally. And because you're doing it naturally, you're not running up against the negative side effects of the synthetic agonists. And you referenced the lizard earlier, Gila monster. It's
Yeah,
the venom from a Gila monster, and so
yeah,
many of you know
yeah.
what.
Origin of all the, Ozempic is Gila monster.
Yeah, really, really interesting. Cutting edge technology, but here you've come in and riding kind of on the coattails of that research. You've said, hey, there are natural occurring substances, these 9 herbs that can stimulate the body's own production, and it's just truly amazing. So
Production, but also inhibits the formation of new fat.
yes,
That's
yes.
very important.
Yeah, it is amazing. So I'm going to pull you off the spotlight here for a moment, and just all of us, gosh, 113 on Zoom to say, I don't know how many more on YouTube right now are watching this, but let's just kind of give everybody a little insight to this little small team. This is just a Monday get together. Again, we are in our van. We're traveling. We're down in Seal Beach, and this group gets together here on Monday nights, just as a support for each other's weight loss journey. So, Dr. Prasad, I'll just pull off the spotlight here, and let's just kind of just a glimpse into people experiencing your formulation firsthand. Here we go. Any questions? Any comments?
Well, I say, I'd like to know those that's getting results, what kind of diet they are. But I have a testimony today. I have stayed away from sugar so well, except I had a dish of my favorite ice cream over the weekend. But today my husband's been feeling deprived, so I made chocolate chip cookies for him. And usually when I make cookies hot out of the oven, I just kind of, have one and then another. It's kind of just can't stop eating them. Today I had one, and that's all I had. I didn't even have a craving to have more. And to me, that's a miracle that
Wow.
it stops the cravings. Even hot chocolate chip cookies out of the oven, I only had one. That just never happens for me.
Well, congratulations, and that we're going to chalk it up to your body is balanced, and so you're able to consciously make those decisions instead of being triggered. You're able to do it, and congratulations. Awesome.
So I have something to add.
All right.
I have to eat slower because if I eat fast, I get way over full, too full. So I'm learning to eat slower so I recognize when I'm full.
Kind of pace yourself a little bit. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyone else?
Maybe I would like to know, since I haven't lost any more pounds or inches, even though I've been being so good. So I'm just being patient, but does the fat burning slow down the older you get? It seems like the younger people are having the best results. The gal is down 20 pounds and Don 20 pounds and
there is some of that. There is some of that. Yeah, so, when it comes to balancing, it's bringing that production of the GLP-1 and GIP back online. As we age, some of those systems start to slow down a little bit, and so you will notice it. But something else that Dr. Prasad pointed out to us, and that is that as we're on this journey, the GLP-1 boost is not, I mean, it's not going to let you pack on the weight.
Right.
And so it's also, it's hitting it from both ends. So,
Okay, so I'm wondering, you know, there's different herbs and things to speed up your metabolism. Do we need to take anything like that when we're older? Is it a metabolism, the factor, or what is the factor
I think-
to burn fat better?
I think you're on the right track. It's just, it's about balancing. And on the collagen, are you doing just 1 scoop of collagen a day, or have you done that twice a day?
Yeah, that's very important.
I upped and did the multiple dose, the mega dose of micro daily for a week.
Good.
And
Good.
I could not believe what it did. Before that, I was just so stiff, and I could just feel all the stiffness in my body. And after a week on that, the stiffness in my body's gone. So I really appreciated that, but it didn't help me lose any more weight. I can try the collagen twice a day.
Try the collagen twice a day. Try the collagen twice a day. And then,
And also
yeah.
collagen, I presume she's
and when you are eating, are you using the digestive boost?
also I presume she's taking a probiotics with prebiotics.
Yes.
Collagen peptide. So older people also have more serious intestinal dysbiosis, and so they have to be corrected one. And then if you have this collagen peptide, which has an inhibitor of the enzyme DPP4, which destroys the GLP-1, then it should be okay slowly. But you don't expect a rapid weight loss, whether you are old or very young.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's appreciate the clarification there. It's kind of fun just getting a little insight into people with questions. And again, this is 90 days, a little over 90 days into it. Well, gosh, this was just at the end of May. So we're talking about 6 weeks or so ago is when I recorded this. But let's watch a little bit more, and I'm sure there'll be some additional insights that you can give us, Dr. Prasad. Thank you. All righty. So here we go. The digestive enzymes.
Oh yes, I have to have that and take the probiotics at night every night.
Perfect. Okay. Well, try that. Let's just again experiment on yourself, practice on yourself. The doctors do it, but yeah, try that, and we'd love to hear from you. So, Jason, you've got your camera and your microphone open. Go ahead.
Just answering Lorraine's question, diet-wise, really haven't changed anything here. I've never eaten a lot of sweets, but I have noticed that even though I've never really eaten a lot, there has been fewer. Like every once in a while, I would have a Snickers candy bar or a cookie. I avoid the chocolate chip kinds because I hate chocolate, but when my daughter makes cookies, she makes them me a batch of chocolate chip cookies without the chips, the bald ones. And I enjoy those, but I don't eat, just like Lorraine was saying, I've eaten fewer of them, but it's never really been something that I've eaten a lot of. So I think for me, the biggest thing is my diet was already pretty good as it was. So apart from eating less, there's really hasn't been that much change in what I'm eating.
We can sure see it in your face, though. How many of the rest of you, now that we've got Jason up there, just notice that there in his face? It's just, you look amazing. I can't believe a couple of months ago the difference. So way to go! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, I also have to share this story. My son broke his leg and he had to have surgery. So I took him down Thursday. I left home at 6 a.m. I had a protein shake because I didn't know when I'd eat again. I had to be in Salt Lake at 8. And then the surgery was longer than I thought. So we didn't get out of surgery. And on the way home, we stopped to get something to eat at 5 o'clock at night. Now, for me to go from 6 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock at night, that's a miracle. Because I just have a great appetite. And that, I stayed in the hospital, wasn't hungry. I had water to drink, but I wasn't hungry all that time. That just amazed me.
Well, that is amazing. So,
That's amazing.
wow, thank you. Thank you for sharing. So I noticed here that Marka, you had opened up your camera. If you want to unmute yourself, I'd love to hear a little more from you. There you go.
Well, as far as eating, I've only lost 12 pounds, but I'm okay with that because with the brain injury is way better than anything I've been able to lose in the past. And I'm not trying to lose weight because I always try to find what I lose. So I'm reducing inches and building muscle, and that's all that matters to me. And better health, right? So I am on the brain boost and the heart boost and the probiotic and the GLP-1 boost. So I just feel like it's important to have the way you eat, more protein. But to me, every day, one thing I have done is every morning I woke up and done hydration, like a hydration, electrolyte, coconut water, something. So to get my, that's one thing I've done different for like 30 days. And that's made a huge difference in the way I feel. But I also have been able to fast a little more, not feeling hungry. So I've just got a much better appetite in a way that I've not had before. And then, like I said, I have that lipedema legs, which and my legs are shrinking. So I'm just enjoying more protein and fiber and hydration. Those are my priorities. But sugar to me is not, that's been something as a part of my life, my whole life. And I'm just determined to get my brain better. And so sugar to me is like just completely disgusting and off the table. But I mean, I do have like a little maple syrup or something if I need it, or honey, just a little bit. So I'm just looking at what I'm eating. How is this nourishing me? How is this supporting my goals? And that's all that I'm doing different.
Marka, tell us a little bit about your brain injury. How long ago was that? And how these products have helped you? Tell us a little bit about that.
My brain injury is 10 years old this month. May 28 will be 10 years. But 4 months ago, my brain was only functioning at all parts of my brain under 34%. One part of it was functioning at 1% on a QEEG. And now I'm at 74 and 75%. All my parts of my brain have completely started functioning better. My walking is better. I just feel like I'm going along life more normally now. And this has just like literally happened in the last couple months. So I'm in love with these products.
Are you taking collagen peptides?
Thank you for sharing. That's so important to know.
Yes, Dr. Prasad. She's taking all of the products with the foundational formula of the micro daily EMF. Again, this was just a recording.
That's amazing.
after these individuals have been on it, well, this was the end of May. So you've got March, April, May. So they've been on it just about 90 days.
That's
And,
amazing.
and these are some of the things that are going on. And I really liked Marka there at the end when she talked about the additional benefits that she's experiencing in her brain and having it come alive and you know, getting the benefits of a brain injury that happened 10 years ago.
Good.
It's just that goes,
Brain
you know,
has tremendous amount of what you call functional plasticity. In other words, they can regenerate certain amount, if she looks like she's young, and therefore regeneration can occur after proper stimuli.
Yeah.
And so that's why she's recovering. If you are an old person like me, there is no chance of regeneration, is maintaining whatever you have. But younger people, they have a cell which are not dividing and a precursor of neuron, and at right time they come into picture and it stimulates the new neurons and take in charge of the function of the brain.
yeah. Yeah. Let me point out something else as it relates to the weight loss. We've had other individuals who've been tracking their progress, and they're getting about that 90, 120 day time frame, and there's still some discouragement because they're not seeing the numbers change on the scale. And so I reference that the scale, one way of looking at weight is the weight itself, but it's also how healthy your body is. And I had one individual that was ready to just stop the GLP-1 boost until she went to the doctors and she had her blood work done. They did some additional tests on her. And Dr. Prasad, she came down 2 entire BMI points. So she dropped 2 points and she says, okay, all right. I couldn't see it on the scale, but even the doctor says, I don't know what you're doing, but to drop 2 points on the body mass index scale is significant. And again, it was good enough for her. And just still leaving you up here on the screen. I did promise people that I would show you the difference that I experienced, and this was in my first month. And you can see the difference there in just the body composition. It was only 6 pounds, but if you look at that 6 pounds, it was definitely distributed differently. I felt differently in my clothes. There was a lot of change that took place. And again, Dr. Prasad, grateful that you have provided the healthy way that we can do it. So I know it's goodness, this hour went so fast.
Yeah.
And I had told people that we'd take a couple of questions. Do you have another 2-3 minutes? Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. We've got Janet Burt that has her hand up. Go ahead, Janet. If you can open up your microphone is open. If you can open up your camera, I can include you up on the screen. Otherwise, you could just.
I really want to ask Dr. Prasad a question. And I know it's not pertaining to weight loss, but let's say, Dr. Prasad, that I'm already taking chemo. What benefit and what product and how would it work with me?
Okay, so Dr. Prasad, she asked about, she's already taking chemo. We're completely doing an entirely different direction here. We're talking about weight loss, but yes, you need to be on the therapeutic dose. Janet, get back with the individual who invited you on to today's call, and they can certainly help you. But Dr. Prasad, you're talking 3 times the dose of the microdaily EMF and probiotic 3 times. Okay, those two products, microdaily EMF, which was just recently patented, and the probiotic, You need to take those two formulations at 3 times the dose. But Janet, get back.
I am on the daily, but I am also on probiotic. So
Good.
just change to the
3
EMF.
3 times the dose. 3 times the dose. Yep.
That's good.
All right. Thank you, Janet. Let's take one more. Hopefully it's along the weight loss lines. Horace, you've got your hand up, even as one of our co-hosts. You've got a question here for us. Go ahead.
No, I don't have a question, Jeff. I have a comment.
Oh, all righty. Okay.
Dr. Prasad, I am taking your Core 4 products along with the Heart Boost, and I do take the GLP-1 occasionally. But Dr. Prasad, I love my sweets. I'm not going to sit and lie about it. I have to have something sweet when I eat dinner. And so I don't deny myself that. So what I do, I take the 2 GLP in the morning before I eat. And then at dinner time, I take 2 more. Well, I've maintained the weight that I want. I'm down to 225. I went from 260 down to 225. I'm healthy at that weight, Dr. Prasad. And when I go a little bit over from time to time, I'll just add 1 GLP to my dosage. I get back to where I want to be, and I'm good to go. So I don't give up my sweets. I love my sweets. I'm going to eat my sweets.
That's all right. I mean, you're looking younger than last, few.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Healthier as well. I mean,
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Horace. Gretchen, we're gonna let you sneak in here right here before we say goodbye to everybody. Gretchen Daniels has a question or a comment. Thank you. Hey.
I just love you to death. Went to a meeting, and one of the things that was said to me was, how much are you planning on losing? And that was really exciting. But for persons to see me in the dresses that I wore previously and looking thinner in them, I can see it now. Before I was like, I don't feel it, but then I started seeing how everything was fitting me differently. And now it's like everything's starting to really shrink in, especially around my gut area. That has been the hardest thing, and it's starting to shrink. And I'm just like, I love it. I love the way my clothes are fitting me now. And I'm just, I want to get maybe about 20 more pounds off of me, and I'm going to be ecstatic. So I'll let you know as it goes.
You look very attractive.
Thank you. But yes, it's doing wonderfully. And it's balanced my hormones, my moods are better. And I noticed that, like the heated area after the radiation around my chest, I don't get that anymore. It's like a little bit, you feel it a little bit, but it used to be really bad. It used to feel like something was on fire going across my chest. But it's like all of that has calmed down and gotten balanced. I love it. The GLP-1 has really been good for me. It's been great for me.
Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you, Gretchen. And, you're keeping it real when you're saying now you can start to see it where others have been noticing it. A lot of times we are our own biggest critics. I mean, we're we're tougher on ourselves than anybody else. So thank you, Gretchen. And we do have Bernard Dean says he had to buy new belts.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, we are 4:06 here. I see that we have Winsome just raised a hand. Let's have this be our very last one. So Winsome Montague, go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope it's all right to ask a question. Dr. Prasad, please. So I was on a flight yesterday. Immediately taking off, I felt palpitations. I went for my hydro and took 2 of those on the flight, but for me, the palpitation lasted until we arrived here in the UK. I still have the palpitations even today. So I didn't take my GLP-1 this morning, but I continue to take the hydro. Is there anything you could recommend?
Do you have Heart Boost with you?
I was afraid to come through the airport with I left my collagen. I left that was accidental, the Heart Boost. So I'm here in the UK just for a week, and I'm wondering what I can take in the meantime. I do have my omega-3, and I do have my probiotic with me.
Yeah, omega-3 it will be very good for your heart function as well. So if
Okay.
you're taking a omega, maybe you can increase another capsule or 2.
Okay.
And that should be, you see that this will help you. Omega-3 is very important because it has a EPA, and the EPA is very, very important for heart function.
Thank you.
So without knowing your age and everything, I think it is, again, this is non-toxic. So if you are taking once one in the morning, 1 in the evening, you can take 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening.
Okay, great. Do I still take my GLP in the morning?
Yeah, GLP, I know if you are overweight, then you take GLP-1. If you are not overweight, then you don't have to take GLP Boost.
Okay. Okay.
So if I've just noticed with others that I've helped to win some,
yes,
open up the packet of the hydro and just go powder straight into your mouth.
Eat it like a sherbet. Okay.
You would just toss it right in there. Let your saliva start to break it down.
Right.
And I've had that pull people out of the anxiety, the palpitations, those types of things by just going just directly into the mouth without the water. So try one that way if you find yourself a little anxious. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Okay.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, thank you
so much.
everyone. You bet. This has been amazing, Dr. Prasad. I had no idea when it was just going to be you and me and no Jonathan today. How this would turn out. But I think, from a timing standpoint, where people are right here midsummer, July 6th. This is a fantastic time to just let's just keep it going. Those of you that are on GLP-1 Boost, make sure you're doing it before breakfast and before dinner. If you want to still go with those weight loss goals, because it's not just the weight that's coming off, it's the weight that you're preventing from being packed on.
Exactly.
And that's what I've noticed a lot here, even during the the picnics and the barbecues and all of the extra eating that comes along with summer. Having the GLP-1 Boost there has really just made it possible for me to enjoy my summer more. So no, thank you so much, Ed. We're just have to wait on you because we are 11 minutes after the hour.